everyone, it's Mio, and today I have a pom-pom tutorial for you. I created Jiggly Puff here from Pokemon. I love using yarn to make pom-pom characters because they're so fast and easy. So if you'd like more videos like these, please sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to know how to make Pikachu, do check out my other videos as I've already created Pikachu in my earlier tutorials. I'm doing my best to upload more videos more frequently to this channel site, but if you like previews of videos that are coming to this channel, check out my Instagram and Twitter, and I will often post pictures of things I'm currently creating. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. So you're going to start off with some pink yarn, and you're going to need an object that's about 2 to 3 inches in diameter. As you can see here, I'm using my husband's wallet, and I'm just going to wrap my yarn around this object several times. I wrapped mine at least 200 times. Just make sure that in the process that you're wrapping the object around with a piece of yarn, that you don't do it too tightly, because if you do, it will be very difficult for you to slide all the yarn off. Keep in mind, the more times you wrap your yarn around the object, the fuller your pom-pom is going to be. So once you're happy with it, go ahead and slide it off your object, and you're going to take a second piece of yarn and tie a knot down the center. If you want a really good pom-pom without strings falling out, you want to make sure that this knot is a really good knot and it's really tight. Make sure this knot is as center as possible, but even if it's not completely centered, it's okay because we're actually going to do a lot of trimming. With a pair of scissors, you're now going to cut open all of the loops. So as you can see here, there are two sides of this pom-pom, the top side and the bottom side. You're just going to go ahead and cut off all of the loops on one side, flip it over, and cut open all of these loops as well. As you can see, my pom-pom kind of looks like a shaggy little monster. So what I'm going to do is do a lot of trimming. I'm going to trim this pom-pom so that each of the end pieces are nice and even. And the shorter you cut each of the pieces of yarn, the fuller your pom-pom is going to look. The longer it is, the shaggier your yarn ball is going to look like. So you can see here, I cut off a lot of the yarn. It's still a little bit shaggy, so I'm just going to keep trimming it until my pom-pom looks like this. As you can see, this is a pretty good full round pom-pom. Now for the rest of Jigglypuff's features, I'm just using felt and cutting out some eyes, some ears, and things like that. But I think Jigglypuff has very signature eyes, so I'm going to paint in these eyes very carefully using some white, blue, and green paint, and I'm going to mix this to form a very light colored turquoise. You will need 2 shades of turquoise, one lighter than the other. Once you're happy with the colors that looks very similar to what Jigglypuff has in the animation, you're going to take the felt eyes that you cut out earlier, and you're going to gently paint the eyes in. Just make sure that there's a good 2mm rim around the edge where you can still see the white part. I'm going to start by painting the whole eye, this deeper, darker turquoise, and once it's dried a little bit, I'm going to take the lighter turquoise and just paint the bottom so it has a slight gradient that makes the turquoise look like it's fading into a lighter color. To create the little light white part of the eye, I'm using the back of my paintbrush, dipped it into white paint, and it will form a nice little circle on the corner of the eye, and I made sure it's in the darker part. With a tinier paintbrush, I'm taking some black paint and I'm just going to line all of the edges. Just make sure that you spend a lot of time to make sure that all the details look really clean. If you rush this part, your Jigglypuff might not look very nice. I also cut out some pink felt to create Jigglypuff's ears, and I'm going to fill these ears with some black paint. And again, I'm just gently painting the paint onto the felt. Just be careful that when you're covering such a larger surface area, you don't put too much paint on there, otherwise it's going to bleed through the piece of felt and you're going to see it on the back. And for the little curly puff of hair on Jigglypuff's forehead, I'm using again a small thin paintbrush, and I'm just painting in a small black thin line so that you can see the details of it, and I'm going to line each of the felt pieces of Jigglypuff with a little black color. That way it really defines Jigglypuff really well, and you can see all of the details. Once you're done painting everything, let it dry overnight, and here are all the pieces I created for Jigglypuff. So as you can see, I had some eyes, the little hair twirl, some ears, some hands, and some feet. And if you want, you can create a little mouth if you want. I decided in the end to give her a tiny little pink-red mouth. And once everything's dried, you can start positioning it onto your little pom-pom to see where everything fits. A really good tip is to really glue things in between the yarn pieces. You don't have to glue them necessarily on top. So as you can see, I really dig the ears into Jigglypuff. And I'm using a hot glue gun to really glue everything in here. It's really simple, really easy. Since the yarn in the pom-pom can be easily moved, sometimes you'll notice that the eyes or ears or mouth can shift a little bit, but you can always shift the yarn right back, so don't be upset if the face looks a little bit crooked. You can always just move the yarn pieces a little bit over and reposition all of the things back in place. So this is pretty much how I created Jigglypuff. It's incredibly easy, really simple. I decided to make her hands go upward and have the feet underneath her, just a really standard pose. And if you want, you can even create a little microphone for Jigglypuff to sing in. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this tutorial. Again, incredibly easy and fast way to create a really cute Pokemon character. For more videos like these, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up if you haven't already. I really appreciate all the support that you guys have given me, especially those of you guys who've been following me for a while. And for newcomers, welcome to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys very soon. Good luck and have fun crafting. Bye!